All right, hey, welcome to Conjure Online. I'm Chief Johnson Lynch, and usually I do a podcast on a Thursday with somebody from the community, somebody who has something that they feel is that they want to say, something to promote, and just generally, just a little conversation between you and I. And right now, today, I'm here with Sugar Jazza Dickens. I mean, champion, right? Super, what is it? Super bantamweight?
Super bantamweight, yep.
What is it?
Super bantamweight.
Super bantamweight champion.
In the USA, they call it the light featherweight. Junior featherweight.
Junior featherweight.
Yeah.
See, look at that. Too many names for me. But that is for Liverpool, though, isn't it? Or is that worldwide?
Yeah, well, it's known as two different names.
No. I meant the championship. Is that for Liverpool, the bantamweight title?
Britain. Ex-champion, now fighting for the European title soon.
There we go. So we're going to get to that. So we have the ex-champion, super bantamweight, lightweight, featherweight, whatever we're going to call those weights. He's a small guy. And but he's the fighter for Britain, and now you're going back to trying to reclaim this title. Is that right?
No, I'm going to move on to the European title.
Okay.
I did fight for the world title at super bantamweight, but now I've gone up to featherweight. And all this is quite
Is that because
confusing.
you grew or gained weight?
I was just doing stupid things to make the weight. 8 stone 10 is light, isn't it? 8 stone 10 fighting on a grown man fighting on a little boy's weight. So
I wish I was 8 stone 10. What are you talking about?
so it's doing stupid things to get to the weight, taking too much out of my body. You can take too much out,
Yeah, of course.
So I've moved up a weight to feel stronger. So
well, I got to tell you, it's fascinating because I mean, for those who don't know, I know your dad, Colin, and everything. Good, my muzzy bruh. But I mean, I've been following your wins and your championships, and it's amazing. I mean, what you've been doing, and like, how do you been keeping it to shape and everything? Are you having that problem doing that, or?
No. It's mad because the more you lose weight, the more you have, as a lot of people will know, it's a catapult effect. The
Really?
more you pull it back, the more you go up. So now I've moved up a weight. I feel a little bit comfortable, and I'm not gaining as much because I don't have the urges to. Now it's time to eat,
Yeah.
Deprivation, so you eat twice as much as you would because you've had to lose twice as much as you would. So
Yeah.
now I've got a good balance.
No, definitely. I mean, fighting, man, is like one of those like hardcore things because we're gonna get into like deeper stuff around that. But I mean, where did that come from for you? If you want to go a little bit deeper into the well of Sugar Jazza.
Fighting is physical fighting is a lot easier than emotional fighting, as everybody already knows.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay.
do they? I don't know. I found
Oh, that's something different. Now, go
physically
the knowledge, bro.
physically fighting was a good way of releasing what the fight that I was fighting inside myself. So that's where the fighting came from.
The fighting inside yourself. So what do you mean?
Growing up was from a place of addiction. Addiction can ruin families,
Yeah.
and it's a sad thing. And growing up with two parents who was addicted to heroin, around that time it was probably a lot more than it is now. For me, it was tough. It was fighting a lot of shame, fighting a lot of shame within myself. A lot of who was thinking, well, who's like everyone can see inside me. I didn't want to open up. I didn't feel maybe accepted or worth. Self-worth, because of that situation. You hear what other people say about the situation.
Yeah,
You hear what people say.
Living in the close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe constantly fighting for acceptance. Maybe
Yeah.
is what we all fight for.
No. I think it's really interesting that you went there because one of the things that you came to talk about is how you want to give back to young people.
Yeah.
And and I think it's nothing more powerful for a young person to hear the story of an older person who probably had the same similar experiences they had.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is that kind of like what you want to do? Because you said you wanted to do something around giving back to young people. Can you talk a little bit about that?
In some way or another, I will end up doing that. I'll find them in a position now to carry out what the inner child within me always wanted to do. So 13 years old, I'm thinking all these plans, what I'd love to do. I'm glad I've got no brothers or sisters because that just means they'd have to go through what I'm going through. That's how I used to think, things like that. One day I want to make a difference, one day I want to help and want to give back. So it was like, I've had this plan since I was like 13 years old, but now I feel like 15 years later, through boxing, I've found a way I can actually carry it off. I just need a few other people to believe in me and to invest. That's all I need. But Either way, I will do it on a smaller level, maybe one-to-one with people, but I like to find a place built around boxing because it's all I know, but emotional support for families, for kids to come down after school. You don't have to be world champion. You don't even have to train hard. It'd be more about bringing communities together and showing kids that there's another way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like a term that we're familiar with called the wisdom of your struggle, yeah? And in that aspect is that, do you feel that when you were moving towards the championship and everything, do you feel that, like, it gave you a goal, something to achieve towards or to go after?
Yeah, well, I wasn't expected to do anything within boxing, never mind life. That's how I felt. So every single step I took, it was, I'm going into the unknown, and it's exciting because now I'm doing well.
But you're fearless, aren't you?
Now I'm doing well. There is no fault because I wasn't expected to come this far. I wasn't expected to win a Northwest title. I wasn't, you know what I mean? As an amateur, never mind fighting for the world title as a professional. So anything like that, it's just like, it's unknown ground and unknown territories.
So it wasn't easy though, was it? It was a lot of hard work.
Far from it.
So how do you think you changed your life around your mindset?
I believe something that a lot of people are lacking from home. So you can have parents who are millionaires, but they don't give you that love.
Yeah.
You have my parents who grew up in a what would you call a crack house, who loved the children. And what would you choose? You know, that's what I had. I had a lot of love. I had a lot of so a lot of kids didn't see the parents because my kids don't see me as much as they should. I feel guilt about that, but I'm out there trying to provide for them.
Yeah.
I'm caught between two worlds, but in my situation, I had two parents who didn't move out of the house, you know what I mean? And a lot of love.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of love put into me, and my parents told me, you can't do this, don't do what we're doing. You know, and that was a constant message, don't do what we're doing. So come to the ages 14, 15, 16, when my friends are out and they're starting to get into this adult world and they're going out partying and they're getting exciting drugs and what I'd already seen this coming. I'd already heard the stories, I'd seen the stories, what it can do to you, and the pain I felt. That was reassurance. That's not the way to go. So this the old journey I've been on, it hasn't. I always knew. Someone said to me a while back, people believe in karma, especially being Christians. We believe in karma, and bad things happen. But if you flip karma around, maybe what you did go through was actually for good outcome at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always did believe that.
Yeah,
Kids, whatever's happening now, there's a plan, I'm stuck with it. And it seems to be...
It's kind of like that reason to keep climbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like this, and the climbing is the struggle. But it's like so many people want to slip, so many people want to just stay there stuck. But you know, you just have to, and it's individual, isn't it? So nobody can tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
But you know, at least coming from a person who has done it, it's better to hear that they have done it. Yep. And that gives me the possibility that I can do it as well.
Of course. There's this saying, if you go there in the mind, you can go there in the body. But also, if you I believe you're around certain people who've got the blueprint, if that makes sense. Because like you say, they've done it. You can believe what they're saying because it's true. They've done it. You know.
No, this is indeed true. And you know, I mean, you know, the other thing, you know, is like you talked about your dad and like where he was and growing up in that. And usually a lot of times that always has a bad ending to it. But with you and your dad, I mean, he's been in your corner several times at several fights, hasn't he?
Not in my case. My dad's my hero, always has been. Always, he has problems like the next man, but he's always been my hero. And one thing he installed in me through all this addiction every day is that he went out every day and he worked for his money, didn't rob people, which a lot of get to know. It used to hurt me. People say smackhead, and like people used to talk about them like they was less than a human being and stuff like that. So I carried a lot of stuff about that. But he went out every day and he earned his money. Might not have been legally.
all right. Not about your dad.
But he never, you know, he ran the teeth and he taught me how to work hard. And he'd come home and I'd say we'd have that time together. and he'd teach me in the house. He was the football manager of the weekend for me and my friends. Maybe a little bit of guilt on his part that I have to do a bit extra, not just him, his friends as well. But he'd always saying in the house, one more. That was his teaching to me, and I've developed a mentality. It's hard to give in because it's just one more. I've always got one more in because of the way he was with me. So the original question was, my dad. Oh my God. So
that he's been in your corner of late,
never missed
and usually, that's what I mean. It's like usually like a person will have a story like yours, and it'll be like, oh man, my dad was this, and and I grew up like this way, and everything, but I fought out of that struggle myself, But your dad is he's in your life, and that's what I meant, and he's in your corner, and everything. That's what I was trying to get to the point.
When he went and got clean, he asked me to come to a place called Sharp. He went to Sharp, and he got clean. He asked me to go to the family counselling with him. So like a lot of kids growing up in that environment, it was now young adults, because the love kept us together. No matter how far we went, it was the times I didn't live with him. There's times I was just off the part of the family part that was just non-existent. So, but the love kept us together always. Yeah. And he asked me to go to Sharp, and I just didn't want to go because I was stuck in the resentment. Come on, it's as hard as me.
I don't remember that.
I need you to hand me stuff back, Hit me with it. It's a spiritual hammer. So I went to Sharp with him, and I done the family counselling, and they said, well, have you got any you like to give back to your parents? Yeah, but they love me. Just say that again without saying, but they love me. So I'm like, well, he's done this, but, and he's, no, don't say it. So I could never say it because of the love I have for him, but I realised I can give it back. I can say it.
He's strong. He's strong as you are.
You're a coach. That's how it felt. So,
thanks for saying that on there, but that's good. We're cool like that.
You're a bleep.
Yeah, you're a bleep. So, but how did that feel then when you gave the expression?
Just lifted, enlightened. So that's what I'm trying to get back now.
Exactly.
I know to kids.
You don't have that shit churning inside.
It was gone instantly. I was like, oh
there
my God, this is great. I couldn't stop giving them abuse. so I had
you can beat
in the end, I'm just making lies. I'm telling him he's done this, he's done that. I can't stop. So after that, I gave him the stuff back, and we recovered.
Yeah,
and it's an express to anyone. Just give it back to you. For that resentment you're feeling, just give it back.
It doesn't belong to you.
And that relationship can come back to nothing's. Talking is the only communication.
Exactly.
Talking and listening, there's no other communication. So you better learn to do it or stick in your resentment. That's up to you.
Exactly, so, man. Stuck in a rut.
Give it back to him, and he found a program which works for him, and now he's never missed a fight, not like that. But now we've got a great relationship. He's still my idol. Sometimes I look at him and think, wow, it's my dad, and he has the kids. He comes around the house and he gets the kids, and he takes the kids out. He's a good granddad, brilliant granddad.
Yeah.
I see him with the kids, how he was with me, and he's just a good man, really. He's my idol. And also my mum's the same. A lot of what my mum, she's 11 days off being a year clean, so things are going well. That was my dream come true as a child. One time, that was my world title. And so every now and again I take a step back and I appreciate what I have got and look around and say, wow, I'm living my dreams here.
And you're inspiring. And stuff like that. Let's get to the boxing, because there are probably people who are deep fans and stuff like that. Sugar Jazza. First of all, where did that come from?
Sugar Slugger Jazza. I don't know.
Sugar Slugger. What are you trying to say? You spelled it wrong.
I had a friend who used to call me Sugar Slugger. A great friend and a mentor in my life.
Yeah.
Franny Hand, and he just used to call me joking. I put on me Facebook name at the time, and I just never changed.
See, Facebook's not dead.
Probably not. That was 9 years ago now, so.
Oh well, years ago. So I remember in one of the stories I followed is that you probably did what is probably a British boxer's dream is that you went to go train in Miami.
Yeah.
And stuff.
I know it came about because one of my dad's mates dropped off the World Convention, NA.
Yeah.
So how things come full circle.
Yeah.
So I said, do you want to put me ticket? I'll have your ticket. Of course I'll have your ticket.
Well, I'll take a ticket that won't come back.
Tommy. So I said I'll go and do some sparring down in seen a little bit of the work convention.
How was it though?
Yeah, my dad spoke at the work convention.
No, I meant the boxing and stuff. How was it?
Oh, we're talking about boxing now? I'm trying to give present my boxing. My dad, you're talking about boxing.
After that. No, seriously, no.
The boxing was brilliant. So I went down there, done a bit of sparring. Nothing was happening at home at the time. And we just stuck with it. That one more mentality, one more. And went to the gym, got some good sparring in the 50 gym, Miami, where Muhammad Ali trained famous for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
That was the go-to place because it's so famous, and he said, "We'd like you to fight for us."
Really?
We'd like you to fight here. We'd like you to fight here. Love to fight here. So I went back out there, done 8 weeks there. Then went to Dominican Republic. I had a fight there with them, and then I came home for Christmas with my family. 8 weeks, a long time away from my kids. And, so I came home for the Christmas. As I was here, I was supposed to be going back there. I signed contracts to fight over there with a guy in LA. And as I was here, a fight come up. Opportunity. I boxed in Liverpool for 3 years, so an opportunity come up. Do you want to top the bill in the Olympia? You want me to top the bill? Of course I top the bill.
Well,
so,
of course, yeah, why not?
Why wouldn't I, you know? So in front of my young people, I'm seeing it like before I go back. Because like I'm in a hostel on South Beach, Miami. People are tourists driving up and down Ferraris. I'm coming up the hostel stretching like this. So it went like this is Miami. It was like another day on the road, like I tried to go to the gym, walking the gym around the corner. It was just a long time. It was a lot of sacrifice. So before I went back and give so much of myself again, I felt like I'll take this fight in Liverpool. It takes the fight. Probably box better than I've ever boxed before. Get a fifth round knockout against a very good opponent, and next minute I'm fighting. I'm Manchester for the Commonwealth title. I've got a European title coming up. So that's boxing for you. One minute you've got to go across the world because you've got no opportunities, and the next minute you've got two fights lined up.
No opportunities on bullshit, bro. But so I mean, like I was giving like some notes here, and like so it just said it's like. You had fought like one of the best boxers, Rigo's Guillermo, and the question was like, although the fight came to an early halt, do you feel that you gained any experience from this specific fight?
Yeah, probably more than I've ever gained in any area. So now I make myself busy because when you get the call to fight for the world title and the fight gets announced, my phone for 5 hours. Imagine getting 2 messages per second for 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, isn't it? You can't get back to them. But 2 messages every second continuously for 5 hours. That's what it was like. So the media is massive. So you can't switch off. There's no switch off, especially if he's on a different continent.
Yeah.
And the hours are like you've got to stay up late to do press talks. You've got to get up early to do press talks. It's eye catching each other at the same hours for the media obligations, which there's a lot. So I try and make myself busy now for when I'm back on that level.
Yeah.
Because fighters don't understand that's coming. And it's intrusive, and it's hard to find somewhere to go mentally, to switch off. And that's one thing I learned most about that experience, which was it's just on a different level. The media obligations, it's just on a different level, and so try and get used to it now, so it's not such a shock when it comes. But a lot of fighters get in that situation, and they don't know what they're in for.
Right. So I mean, like this has been a really good conversation, but I just want to get this last one in here. So your next fight, this is what you're talking about, I think, is you're boxing for the European IBF title.
Yep.
Yeah. So obviously you are feeling confident, but you want to say anything more about that? How are you feeling about this fight? Because this is not the first fight in 3 years. This is leading you back up to another championship. So how are you feeling?
I feel like the fight going away and then coming home. I've said it before in interviews. I had to go away to come home, and I've got more support now than I've ever had in my career. So. It felt like a bit of a homecoming. Do you know what I mean? So
coming back to the Olympia.
Yeah, and it was good. It was cool. It was just felt like it was meant to be, and I feel like that now.
Was people chanting your name? Did you have that Rocky moment going on in there?
Yeah. I come out to Peter Gabriel, so it was brilliant.
Yeah. So that was one of the things in there. So do you like that song?
Yeah, well, years ago. Do you remember computers?
Do I remember computers? Do you know how old I am, man?
Anyone remember computers? That's what we call a computer
Look
now.
at this youngin. Do you remember computer? Go ahead. What about
Well,
it?
computers used to be 3 ton in weight.
Yeah, they used to be the whole size of a wardrobe. Yeah, but go ahead.
So in the back room we had a computer. It didn't have the internet. I don't even know why we had it. We just had it because my auntie was giving it away. So we had 3 CDs. One was a Peter Gabriel, Tracy Chapman, and Sting and the Police album.
Yeah.
So one of the songs was I used to go in the room and listen to it. So it was either Solitaire, remember Solitaire?
Yeah.
I used to play Solitaire, Minesweeper, or listen to Peter Gabriel CD. So
I don't even know I remember Solitaire, but I do.
I just like that
You
song
like that song, yeah.
of the album. So that's why I choose it. But everyone now, because I've always had it for 29 of my fights, they know the words. You know, people who the regular fans, they know the words. So
Yeah.
it was great. It was just great atmosphere, and I feel like I'm going back there now. Only this is a bigger fight, more's on the line, more people are going to be there. It's a bigger event. So yeah, I feel really excited, made up.
Nice one.
Buzzing now. Someone has to go and go and live on South Beach again.
Hey, well,
Not many people say that, do they?
Hey, I know, right?
Oh, bless them, I know.
Oh, if only I could go back to South Beach. I've been there before. So, anyway, Jazza, I just want to say it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. And I mean, if anybody out there is interested in finding out more about, how this youth thing you want to set up, is like, how can they contact you or anything like that?
Well, I'm on social media. My name is Jazza Dickens 10. So I've got a link to. I've made it. It's good. The social media is a great platform.
For us old people, yeah.
Free advertisement. So I've put a link to the Jazza Dickens Academy. I'm going to put little things out there from what I'm doing. Links to if you're interested.
Listen. I've known like bouncers like yourself who, are always open to giving back to young people because it's like, just like you were saying before, you got this thing with knife crime going on. You got like young people feeling aimless and what can I do and everything like that. So it's always good when someone like yourself. That's why I was saying is start doing some talks at like some youth clubs, like the Hive or other places where you can hit those young people and then move into what you want to get sorted, But I think it's really good because you're coming from the heart, and that's where the best place to come from with that kind of intention. You know what I mean?
Experience rather than
Yeah, well, you lived it, and then now you're on the other side.
What, in your opinion, Chase? What how come then knife crime is getting so much? How come it's growing and growing? What do you think it is? What's your opinion on this? Because everyone's got a different one, haven't they?
No, this is indeed true, man. I mean, like now, well, hit me with a question that hard at the end of the interview. All I gotta say, man, is that I weep for young people as everyone else. I mean, I'm not willing to turn my back on young people. I know I'm not think it's everybody. I think a lot of situations are individual, but a lot of people that I know that you probably know have been personally affected by it. And it's a horrendous situation that somebody has to really come correct as far as doing something. I think that we've had like several politicals trying to use it as platforms, and that's not the way to go. I think people like yourself has to actually be willing to walk into these neighborhoods and talk to these young people, because what it is they feel that nobody cares. I work in youth clubs and I've been in different places in schools and stuff, and that's what it is. They just feel that nobody cares, that people are just there for that time. They're getting a paycheck and then whatever, and they need to hear that people actually care about them. You know what I mean? And everything. So that's my feeling. Sorry, that's my 2 cents. That being said,
how did I become the interviewer?
I don't know, but either way, it's over now. So I'd like to thank Sugar Jazza Dickens for giving up his time to come here and talk to us here at Condor Online. Chase Johnson Lynch. You can find us on Condor Online on all social media, especially Facebook. Thank you, Jazza, for joining us today here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.